Happening now, new gathering guidance for those vaccinated against COVID-19, plus the latest calls for Governor Cuomo to step aside.
Oh, a live look over the Chautauqua Institution shows you a few sun and clouds, but that doesn't even begin to tell you the story, the weather for this week. I think you'll like it. The news at noon starts now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now as we kick off a new week. I'm Justin Gould. This just in, new guidelines from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says people fully vaccinated against COVID-19 can safely visit with other vaccinated people without a mask. The guidelines were announced at the White House COVID-19 response team briefing just moments ago. The CDC defines people who are fully vaccinated as those who are 2 weeks past their second dose of the Moderna or Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine, or 2 weeks past a single dose of the Johnson & Johnson shot. Dr. Rochelle Walensky says people who are vaccinated are protected, and there is growing evidence that they don't spread COVID-19. However, scientists are still trying to understand how long the vaccine protection lasts.
CDC recommends that fully vaccinated people can visit with unvaccinated people from one other household indoors without wearing masks or physical distancing, as long as the unvaccinated people and any unvaccinated members of their household are not at high risk for severe COVID-19 disease.
Now, the CDC travel recommendations have not changed for the unvaccinated. The guidelines still say that with high case numbers, the CDC recommends you don't travel at this time. There are now 30 million people in the United States who are fully vaccinated. Well, New York State's House Speaker and Senate Majority Leaders on both sides of the aisle calling on Governor Andrew Cuomo to resign. The top Democratic leaders of the New York State Legislature question whether Cuomo can continue to lead efficiently. The governor is facing new accusations of inappropriate workplace behavior towards women. That's in addition to his federal probe into the handling of COVID-19 in nursing homes. Governor Cuomo says that he has no plans to resign on a call with reporters yesterday. Cuomo is being charged by 2 women of sexual harassment and a third woman accusing him of unwelcomed romantic advances. Now, in that phone conference with the press yesterday, the governor claiming his actions were misunderstood.
I say to people in the office, how are you doing? How's everything? Are you going out? Are you dating? That's my way of doing friendly banter. I take pictures with people at ceremonial events. That is a very common practice.
The governor is asking New York residents to withhold judgment pending an independent review of the allegations. The latest accuser, Anna Liss, served in Governor Cuomo's office from 2013 to 2015. The Wall Street Journal reports she sought mental health counseling in 2014 because of the pressure from Governor Cuomo. Well, Governor Andrew Cuomo signing off on a bill that limits his emergency pandemic powers. That's according to the New York State Senate website, which tracks the bill's status. This progress means Governor Cuomo can no longer sign new mandates of his own, like when he reduced capacity in restaurants, without approval from the state legislature. But there is a caveat. The governor is able to extend already existing directives, like the mask mandate. Those powers will expire automatically once the state of emergency expires in April, or sooner if the legislature chooses to do so. Some Republicans have criticized the bill for still allowing Cuomo to extend those previous mandates. Well, yesterday, restaurants outside of New York City got the okay to increase their capacity from 50 to 75%. This as COVID-19 data continues to trend downward. However, as Britt Conway reports, top health experts worry it may be too soon and the U.S. could see another spike in cases because of highly transmissible variants.
This week marks 1 year since the pandemic officially began, March 11th, 2020.
COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
Restrictions put in place to limit the spread of the virus are easing up little by little. Some governors are starting by expanding capacity. That's the route Ohio and Michigan are taking.
Because our numbers are low and our vaccinations are high, we feel like we can do this responsibly.
With the vaccine, we're now on the offense. That's the great thing. But in Ohio, we can't give up the defense.
Other states are lifting mask mandates, including Mississippi, North Dakota, Iowa, Montana, and Texas.
We have to get our economy rolling so that individuals can get back to work.
But health experts worry it's too soon.
We will be able to open up the country, open up the economy, but not at a time when we have circulating variants.
The variant they're most concerned about is the one first spotted in the UK.
It is doubling in every 10 days. It's spreading exponentially.
Vaccines offer protection, but vaccinations take time. A CNN analysis shows 70% of the U.S. population could be fully vaccinated by the end of July and 85% by mid-September. Until then, health experts say we need to stick to what we know works.
The only freedom a mask inhibits is the freedom of the virus to spread and kill people.
I'm Britt Conway reporting.
Britt, thank you. Experts estimate between 70 and 80% of the population must be protected to reach so-called herd immunity. Well, Cattaraugus County's first state-run mass vaccination site got off to a good start over the weekend, vaccinating hundreds at SUNY JCC's Olean campus. From Saturday through Sunday, the site vaccinated residents from not just Cat County, but other areas of western New York as well. Of the shots administered on Friday, just over 52% went directly to Cattaraugus County residents, with around 20% of appointments booked from those living in Chautauqua and 15% from Allegheny County. Local health officials say the site targets those living in the southern tier. However, the online appointment registration system is open to all New Yorkers. Vaccinations at the site run through Tuesday. In total, more than 3,000 people will receive Johnson & Johnson's dose in what is the first distribution site for that serum here in the local area. The site is managed by the New York State DEC, with assistance from the Cattaraugus County Emergency Services Department and volunteers from various health departments. Well, we thank you for joining us for WNY News Now as we kick off a new week. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comments down below. We love to hear from you. Happy Monday to Pam. Good to see Amanda, Sandy, William, Hector, Joseph, and Melvin as well. Hopefully you all are having a good day out there. Well, now let's get a first check of our weather forecast. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter standing by with that. Hey, Dakota.
Happy Monday, Justin, and happy Monday to all of you. Beginning of a new week here. And yeah, we had a little bit of precipitation that came through early this morning. This was a quick hitting wave of what was actually some wintry precipitation of some light rain and some sleet as well. And there was a special weather statement put out by the Weather Service on this, that there could have been a few slick spots as this moved through, but it's now moved off to the east. And the remainder of the afternoon is going to be mainly dry. We topped out at 29 degrees yesterday. 12 is where we started the day here in Jamestown. 69 is the record high for today, and 16 below zero is the record low set at the airport on this day. So through the afternoon, a mixed, all that rain and snow is ended for today. Partly sunny, much milder. Yes, but the breeze does pick up later in the day, 44 to 50. Yes, rejoice. Yes, with a southwest wind 7 to 18 miles per hour. Now, we got some more warm air on the way for the remainder of the week, and I really think you're going to like what we have in that 42 degrees and sunny 7-day forecast, which we will show you later in the show. Justin?
All right, Dakota, all eyes will be on that because if you get what was promised last week, I will be a very, very happy person. Thank you.
We'll try to make you happy.
Yeah, certainly, hopefully. If we can get to that 60, I hope so. I hope so.
We'll see.
Well, the price for a gallon of gas continues to inch up, both across western New York and the country as a whole. The price in Jamestown, according to GasBuddy.com, sits at $2.88, That up 4 cents from last week. Experts with AAA say if the higher crude oil price continues to go up, drivers can expect incremental price increases of at least a nickel at their local gas stations on into March, saying motorists have yet to see any relief from gas prices spiking following outages at Gulf Coast refineries last month. The national average is now $2.77. New York's is $2.83. Last year at this time, the national average was $2.39, while New York's was $2.57. Well, there's one for the ladies, quite literally, because today is International Women's Day. Each year on March 8th, it's our chance to celebrate the social, economic, and political achievements of women around the world. But experts say it's also a day to remember how much work there still has to be done to achieve gender equality, something the World Economic Forum says we won't reach until the year 2033. We're talking about everything from healthcare, education, and employment to pay, protection under the law, voting rights, freedom from violence, and political office. Next here, a lot more to tell you about, the latest in when we could see our next federal stimulus check after the Senate passed up big relief package. And later, what important training local fire departments worked on over the weekend to prepare for this week's warmer weather. Stay with us as WNY News Now continues.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Honest John's has what you're looking for. When you want it good, we're gonna give you lots more.
From freshly made subs to the best of pizza and wings, Honest John's has what you're looking for. And now 2 great locations, East 2nd Street and Fairmount Avenue. Order takeout or delivery today, online at honestjohns.pizza.
You're gonna get it good at Honest John's.
Remember when you were a kid, huddled around the television waiting for your school to close? Well, we don't get snow days. When winter weather hits, count on the First Defense Weather Team for a look into the future where the snow is headed next. Live radar showing you the scope of the storm. And real-time reports from the field. So when it matters most, stay with First Defense Weather.
Catch your First Defense forecast daily on WNY News Now. You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Well, fresh off the Senate's passage of a $1.9 trillion COVID-19 rescue package, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer was back in New York yesterday to promote what he says would be the plan's $100 billion impact on his home state. Schumer saying help is on the way, detailing aid that he says would be headed to schools, small businesses, museums, restaurants, movie theaters, and local governments, plus the $1,400 in direct aid that most New Yorkers are slated to receive as part of this giant relief.
For those of you who have been awaiting vaccines, help is on the way. Just about every New Yorker, the vast majority of New Yorkers, will receive a $1,400 check in the mail in the next few weeks. Help is on the way. To museums, to theaters, to restaurants, help is on the way.
The Senate's passage of the relief bill Saturday puts President Joe Biden's top priority closer to becoming law and shows Schumer, in his first big test as majority leader, can unify the rather thin Democratic majority and deliver the votes. Well, as for what's next for that plan, it has to be cleared through one more hurdle before it reaches the White House for President Biden's signature. John Lawrence with more on the future of the package.
President Joe Biden says the American Rescue Plan will help the U.S. rebound from the COVID-19 pandemic.
And everything in this package is designed to relieve the suffering and to meet the most urgent needs of the nation and put us in a better position to prevail.
The bill had no support from Republicans in the Senate.
When people find out what's in this bill, they're going to lose a lot of any enthusiasm they may have for it right now, because this was not really about coronavirus in terms of the spending. This was a liberal wish list of liberal spending.
On Tuesday, the House of Representatives votes on whether to approve the Senate's changes to the bill, including the removal of a provision that called for raising the minimum wage to $15 per hour.
The conversation is going to turn to how we tackle the minimum wage, and the president is looking forward to working with Congress to determine the best way to do it.
If the bill passes through the House, it then goes to the president, who will sign it into law with little to no backing from the GOP.
This is the most progressive piece of domestic legislation in a generation. This was never about getting people back to work or kids back to school or the disease behind us. That's where it should have been focused.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
John, thank you. Under the Senate's plan, individuals earning more than $80,000 and couples earning more than $160,000 are not eligible for stimulus payments. Individuals earning less than $75,000 a year and married couples earning less than $150,000 will get those $1,400 per person checks, including children. Adult dependents, including college students, are now eligible for payments as well. Well, changes to the way local phone calls are made will be coming to Western New York later this year. The Federal Communications Commission, in a notice posted online at dftcommunications.com, says local calls will soon need to include the area code with that local phone number. The move was previously enacted in nearby Warren County, Pennsylvania, after that area was given an additional 3-digit area code to expand the telephone network. Here in Western New York, a similar move will take effect on October 24th, when both the area code and telephone number must be entered for local calls to go through. Otherwise, you'll get that cannot be completed as dialed notice. Now, before then, residents will need to enter the 716 area code into their mobile phone's contact list or other automated dialing equipment, including medical monitoring devices. Well, first responders here in Chautauqua County spent the first part of the weekend sharpening their lake rescue skills ahead of this week's spring-like warm-up. County Executive P.J. Wendell, a volunteer firefighter with the Lakewood Fire Department, was among those who took part in ice rescue training on Chautauqua Lake Sunday. Wendell says so far this winter his department hasn't responded to any distress calls on the lake. However, the training helps keep their skills sharp. As temperatures warm up, Wendell advises those using one of the county's largest bodies of water to take extra precautions in order to stay safe.
There's simple ice alls you can wrap around yourself. Make sure you've got warm clothing when you're out there. I'd always have a personal flotation device, even if it's something that rapidly deploys, but make sure you have some way to get yourself out. This time of year, the ice is still pretty thick. We drilled 2 weeks ago. It was over a foot thick up near the Rod and Gun Club. So points of the lake are thick, but if you see out here, there's a lot of open water down near the outlet. So, we just make sure people are aware of where they're active, make sure that they know the depth of the ice, and make sure that they have ways to rescue themselves should they fall in or should the ice become unstable underneath them.
Now, the self-rescue equipment, such as an ice awl, allows fishermen to crawl out of the water in the event they do fall through the ice. Chautauqua Lake, according to the state DEC, offers many public access sites to fishermen, including Lakewood's Community Park, Long Point State Park, and Mayville's Lakeside Park, just to name a few. Certainly looking forward to the warm-up, but not if you're an ice fisherman. Let us know what you think about that and more in the comments down below. Great to see Nicole. Good to see Tina, Amanda, Willie, Linda, Diane, and Jack as well. Thanks so much for joining us as we get a check of some headlines this afternoon. Let's now get to Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter with a look at that weather. And Dakota, I imagine if you are trying to get out to ice fish, your window probably is waning here pretty quickly.
Yes, I mean, you know, if you're an ice fisher or, pardon me, if you're an ice fisher or a snowmobiler, yeah, it's not going to be playing very well into your favor. But wanted to go back last night, take a look at the clear skies we had last night on the Weather Eyes pictures. Thanks to Joe for sending this in. You can actually see the stars up in the sky last night. Mostly clear skies last night allowed us to get a great view of that. And how about the sunrise this morning from David sending this into us this morning? How about that? I mean, you know, you just can't beat clear skies around here, and the sunrise and the sunsets, they're amazing down here. So Hunters WX on Twitter, the First Defense Weather page on Facebook, and always make sure you use that hashtag MyLocalWX. And we're keeping track of the holiday countdowns for you. We start daylight saving time next Sunday, 6 more days, so we spring forward 1 hour, so we lose 1 hour of sleep. I'm sorry, but we gain 1 hour of daylight, so there you go. So the days are getting longer. St. Patrick's Day, 9 more days. First day of spring, 12 days officially. The first day of spring, 27 more days until Easter, and we still have 100 more days to go until the first day of summer, but they're going to be here before you know it. It's going to go like a blink of an eye. Just a few clouds downtown right now from the HD News Now cam. 31 at the airport as a noon hour. Southeast wind of 10, southwest wind of 10, and the wind chill down to 26. So it's still relatively cool this afternoon, but we should see temperatures spike up a little bit, at least into the lower 40s. Radar shows you what's left of that quick hitting blast of moisture that moved through this morning. This is out in this is basically I-86 eastbound in Allegheny County. This is going out into Steuben County. So it's basically moved off to our east. No more precipitation for the rest of the afternoon. And you can see this big dome of clear skies down to our south. This is high pressure that is in control, and it's going to stay in control through much of this week. So Future Scan just paints you the picture of a few clouds for the rest of the afternoon. Mostly cloudy tonight. Watch what Future Scan does tomorrow. Clearing out the clouds. So we should see partly to mostly sunny skies throughout the day tomorrow. Much warmer tomorrow as well, and I really think you're going to like Wednesday, because Wednesday temperatures go up into the 60s for some spots, and you'll see that in the 7-day here in just a couple of seconds here. But all good things must come to an end. 6 to 10 day, this is the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook from the Climate Prediction Center. The entire continental 48 is favored to have below average temperatures starting by the end of the middle of the month going out to the end of the month. So I just wrote it on the banner for you. We're sick of this. I mean, we've got the warm air and then it's gone. I mean, such as it is around here. So enjoy this week. So zone forecast, the inland areas today. This is where we should top out, likely mid to upper 40s through the day, with the sunshine should at least help to warm up temperatures. Now, how about the next 7 days of your life? Brought to you by 42 degrees and sunny, 53 tomorrow, and should see mostly sunny. A hot day on Wednesday, 61 here in the city. Some spots likely go into the a few degrees higher than that. 59 Thursday, a few rain showers on Friday morning, partly sunny, 51, and the temperatures go down for the weekend. Ugh, I'm sorry. We'll be right back. Don't go away. First Defense Weather is sponsored by 42 Degrees and Sunny, smokin' deals on smokin' accessories. Learn more at 42degreesandsunny.com. That's 42degreesandsunny.com.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news. It's not just what we say, it's what we do.
Local first. It isn't just our slogan. It's our mindset every single day. So whether you're watching our daily live streams or staying up to date with reports on our website and mobile app, you'll always see the same attention to detail from reporters who passionately care about our community, who have one goal in mind: to always put the facts first.
For me, it's more than just getting the forecast right. What I love the most about my job is that I come into work every day to help break down the weather, letting people know how this is going to impact their day. We take pride that First Defense Weather is the only local weather team in the Southern Tier. We don't just copy and paste our weather from outside sources. Every part of our forecast is handmade right here in-house, something our team really takes pride in.
What matters to you matters to us. Every story, every day. WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. Testicular cancer is the leading form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35.
1 in 250 men will be diagnosed with testicular cancer.
But 98% will survive if detected early.
As a survivor, I believe early detection is the key. Learn how to do a testicular self-exam and other important facts about testicular cancer at oneball4tc.com.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
And welcome back to WNY News Now. Finally here today, SUNY JCC's computer science degree has ranked among the 20 best programs of its kind in a national survey. Website Degree Planet ranked JCC 9th on its list of colleges and universities and was one of just 7 community colleges featured in that. The computer science degree at Jamestown Community College prepares students for a transfer to a 4-year college with a career pathway in computer software, network administration, programming, and cybersecurity. The college's program focuses on software design and development and allows students to study computers, networking, programming, web technologies, and database design, as well as some advanced mathematics and computer theory. Now, the computer science degree was also awarded the 2020 Most Affordable Online Associate's Degree award from Online U. Pretty awesome that we are nationally ranked. Let us know what you think about that and more in the comments down below. And I know, Dakota, you actually started your school career out in computers, not at JCC, but
Actually,
in Buffalo. Or you did at JCC, you did.
Yeah, I graduated high school in 2012, and the fall semester of 2012, I went to JCC. My first major was IT. So it was a branch of computer science, but it wasn't, computer science as it is. IT and CS are kind of different.
Yeah.
So I was going for IT. I only stayed a year, and then I got a job at the old computer store that used to be downstairs from us here downtown. And then I moved to Buffalo, and then I went to ECC up there for CIS, which is Computer Information Systems, which is almost sort of the same thing, but it was more focusing on networking. That's what I was going for.
And you got a computer problem, talk to Dakota about it. We've joked about this before on the show, but it's true. I mean, if something's wrong, especially with Macs or my device, I'll bring it to you and say, please fix.
Yes.
And he just looks at it and it works. It's incredible.
Well, sometimes it's just a little thing. Sometimes it's.
But my parents joke about that a lot. Like they'll have something wrong with a device, and they'll hand it to me, and I'm pretty good at computers. Not as good as you are, I don't think, but pretty good. And I'll look at it, and it'll be working just fine, and that's kind of the thing, It's like it's a toss-up.
Well, you see, my mom has this issue. It's like every phone she ever owns, she says it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And we all the time tell her it's not the phone, it's the user.
Yeah.
That
happens.
Because
I know a couple of people where that happens
because it's like, she'll hand me her phone and it's like, this isn't working. And it's like, I do the same thing she wants to do and it's like, it's working fine for me.
Right.
So it's just, it's not the device, it's the user.
Yeah.
User error.
Sometimes it can be. Where you have very little user error on the WNY News Now app? It's a plug right here. Download it if you haven't. It's a native plug. It just plugs right in.
That's called a segue.
A segue. You know what else you can get on the app? The weather.
Yes.
And a lot of people looking forward to that if you're just joining us now. The big news is the warm-up, which starts as early as tomorrow.
Yes, actually, what we'll do is just a second here, and I will switch to the 7-day because I think is a little bit more depictive than tonight's forecast. So if we can take the main graphics, the 7 days coming up right now, and you'll see here, look at the warm-up coming here by Tuesday and Wednesday. It's going to be it's going to be hot around here on Wednesday, but just as it is, look at the weekend. We go down 41, 34. On Sunday, so get the pitchforks ready. I'm ready for all the hate mail.
Yeah, don't shoot the messenger though. It's not your fault that it's going to be 34 degrees. I think people will be happy to see that 61. I can't wait for it. I'm going to get outside today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and if it's not raining too hard, probably Thursday and Friday too.
Well, actually, on Wednesday, if you want to get your 8x10 glossies of Justin Gould signed, Come to downtown Jamestown,
I'm going
21
for a
East
walk.
3rd Street, downtown Jamestown. You will see Justin Gould in flip-flops, Bermuda shorts, and a metal detector.
I'll be out there scanning. All right, Dakota, thank you. That's going to do it for us. News 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com. We'll leave you with this live look over Lakewood and the Wally World there in the background. Dakota and I are back here tomorrow live at noon. Hope to see you then.